What's up? Yes, I only have a little limited amount of time, and right now the hubby has the car, so I cannot make my videos in my car, in the privacy of my car where I normally like to do it. But I want to talk about the Big Brother episode 10. Yes, and I did have a few things in my pocket that I want to say immediately. Skip all of that first beginning jazz or whatever. But what I wanted to say is that this competition that they showed, the veto competition, yes, the aftermath of the ceremony, or before the ceremony, did not compliment this episode whatsoever that was going on in the live feeds. I just want to say that and make sure that's clear. Because the way that they just gave Mickey all the credit for Ashley not being on the block, you know, Mickey was a strong, she came in there with a strong last case, but the fact that they did not give Ashley any credit for herself not being on the block, like her just throughout the whole episode, asking everybody questions like, you think she gonna, I for sure think the only option is for her to put me up there. I already know, because Katherine's her friend on top of that, and she probably have influence over it, and also Vince hates me as well, and he put me as a nominee the first time, so he didn't forget that. So obviously I'm the option. And they're like, maybe Adrian, but she already knew, like, I'm the option. So she was asking throughout the episode, like, what you think amongst the friend group? But that's only a one set of period or two of time. You know, that's not like she's just paranoid asking everybody around the house throughout the whole entire day. That's like in different settings, they were just talking about the same thing, and the plan to come up with all four of them putting the roots on Lauren and basically saying, yeah, I don't think you want to smoke with all four of the girls, so that your best bet is to put up Adrian, because he has nothing but one connection that's on the block with him to this house. He would not, it would be neither here nor there if he's evicted, okay? So put him on a block, take the safe bet, because you don't want this smoke. That's basically what they said to Lauren, basically, without saying it. And even Mickey prayed with her and everything. But they forgot the best part. They could have used the best part when Ashley looked at Lauren and was just like, waiting for an answer. She was like asking her questions, asking her lawyer-esque questions, like she's a prosecutor, not a defendant lawyer. And she was asking her questions. She was asking her questions like, just basically like, do you think I'm not a good fit for the block? She basically said, do you think I'm a good fit for the block? I don't think I'm a good fit for a block. You know that I don't want to put you on a block ever. You know that I would never put you up. You know it's not right for me to be on a block, right, Lauren? All that I've done for you, all that I've been towards you, I'm your girl. I always want to see the best in you. I can't believe that you was even thinking about putting my name. The waterworks and all that actually work on Lauren. She actually cried and worked on Lauren. As much as they try to get their facial expressions together and basically said, Angela from the last season season before last would say, last season, 26. She would say that was a B-rated performance or a Z-rated performance. Yes, they was all joking about Ashley. You need to tighten up your face when you go to her, come with her with the sweet body, little sisters before misters and all that type of attitude and Southern belles, and you have to put your little sweet sauce on it and cry on her shoulder, and she's going to give in towards that. Basically, that's what was happening. And they did not depict that in this episode whatsoever. Ashley came in there, she did some of that sweet stuff, and then she went around back to her lawyer face, like, she was like, and Lauren got so trapped in the questions that she was just rapid firing questioning Lauren, and Lauren did not have the template for that. She had the little basic template that Benny and Zach left her with to put the nominees on the block, but she was flustered at the questioning that Ashley was giving her, but she was just stuck in a moment of time, and she kept looking at the what you looking at? It's nobody in the kitchen, nobody nowhere. It's this time of night. Nobody's out there. What are you looking for? I'm looking with you in the distance. I don't see what you're looking for. And she had her gag basically, and Ashley was just staring for a minute when she asked her one simple question, and I can't remember what it was because it was that simple and that forgettable. But she just was like, and Ashley was just like, she was just like, are you going to talk? She was literally looking like, what is wrong with you? You can't speak now? Cat got your tongue? Literally, Katherine got your tongue. Like, I guess you need your mouthpieces in here because God, like, she was like, everybody, these are not my thoughts. She got so flustered that she already told her game and said, these are not my thoughts. Because I never wanted you on the block. Girl, you're lying. That is your thoughts. But you're lying to save your ad, But literally, she was flustered. And they did not depict that in this episode with Ashley, like literally getting her there and basically saying, girl, you don't want to do that. You do not want to put me on a block. Playing the ultimate mind game with her. They took credit away from Ashley and just put it all on Morgan, just staring at the screen like, the math ain't mathing. I mean, the math is mathing, so what's going on? Like, it's that easy. Like, it wasn't just Mickey. And then they didn't really depict Rachel doing a good job on it. Rachel, you are delusional. Get Lauren out of your brain. She is manipulated already. She's the typical Southern Belle like Holly. Anyway, that's another story. Like Holly from BB20. She's going with the male train, okay? Going with the male train. It's no way that you can rely on these hoes. Cut her out, cut Katherine out, and Katherine's not with you, but you really think that Kelley like you, and Kelley is listening to you. They're laughing at you, okay? You do not need to give no more of your BB icon advice to any of these hoes. Let them drown like the rest of the floaters did with no life vests, okay? Under these men. So that's what I was saying for that. The competition they had, Ashley, they started off with Ashley's competition first because I guess she did fairly well, but no, because if she didn't come in top 3, why did they put her competition first? Like, she took so forever, but they made everybody else's. They made Kelley, Will, Vince, and the HOH, Lauren. Like, they made all of their competitions. Their segments of the power of veto. And they brought back the celebrity, Big Brother. Like, still, actually, they got that from Traitors as well. Still the different pieces, heist the different pieces in the museum and bring it back to the alt or to the elevator, to the car. They got that from Traitors. They still in all these competitions from Traitors. But anyway, first place was Keanu with 654. I should have did third place first. Vinny was trying so hard. He was narrating his way because he knew this was going to be on the show. The narration of, I'm not trying to win. I fake tapped it. Like enough to make him look like he definitely tried to compete, but not enough to make it seem like he literally threw it. So he came in top 3. So he was third place with 10 minutes and 1 second, and then Lauren came in second place, 7 minutes and 22 seconds, and then Keanu in first place, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. And then Keanu was even effing up in the first beginning of just dragging your regular body over there before he even had the daggone diamonds, the weird shaped diamond. That was a competition for him to just, the picking up of the thing wasn't wrong, for him. But follow me for part 2 to the next video because I want to drag the rest from the things I saw. Okay. Welcome back to part 2. So I wanted to also say that Keanu, you talking about something. This is the second veto that you won. Correction. This is the second veto that you were receiving. Just let's leave it at receiving. You won 1 veto. You received 1 as well. So you're 1 and 1. Okay. Let's leave it at that and keep it cute. At least you admitted, yeah, I mean, you didn't have no choice to admit. We all was there, all the players was there. The world saw that Casey won a veto for you. So you was gracious enough to keep saying this repeated line throughout the episode of, oh, so Casey gave me the first one. She won the first one for me, and now I gotta do it myself. You know, now it's like, boy, you lucky that everybody else was playing stupid on this competition, and that it was literally made and built for you. I mean, the amount of times they was giving him lines about freaking the bad guys. It's like, I'm not such a bad guy, am I? Like, you are, because the fact that you did that for Rachel and then you went back and bragged to the dudes immediately and told them, oh, you know, I just picked her because, you know, I just want to keep her on my line and act like we back in good graces so that I can go incognito and get all the information and come back and tell y'all, because I'm a big old dummy and I think y'all like me, but I don't, but y'all don't. And the whole time I should have kept Rachel on my side, because that's the person that's really going to give you the votes that you need when everybody else put you on the block and you realize they ain't your friend. Yeah. Yeah. So, Keanu missed me with this redemption arc that they're trying to give him. I don't know what kind of redemption arc that I'm even talking about, because the bad guys, it's not where you should be trying to get a redemption arc from actually looking at the bad guys movie and thinking, oh, you know, I'm like the wolf, because you're not. You're not. You're just a snake. The snake always caught, always a victim, always woe was me, but then still trying to do snakish like things and then get caught or get caught up and choked up and yoked up and stuck in a freezer like the first one, bad guys. And then they had to come rescue the snake. And then they're like, oh my God, thank you for saving my life. I still gotta do snake things. Yeah, that's you, Keanu. Like, you're not the wolf whatsoever, okay? But anyway, they trying to give Ashley this little Dodo arc. While they giving you the redemption arc, they giving her the Dodo one. Like, I don't know why. She's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they be doing black women dirty on this daggone. I swear, on all the shows. I love Big Brother, but come on, y'all. Like, she be just, it's a lot of freaking Zoomers, and she's a part of the Zoomer world as well. I'm sorry, she's part of the Zoomer world. They do not know about basic movies that it's a cult classics and stuff like that. They're like, what? What is that, huh? At my job right now that I talk to and have conversations about all the way, like movies from the past all the way up until now, because I have an older family members, so I can dig deep into my movie history for real, and everything, the arcs of everything. But just the simple basic stuff that everybody know, that's in everybody's household. Everybody know about Forrest Gump. Everybody, Juice. You know, like, if you get into the black culture one, then it's like, okay, she should know that. But the basic Superman, it's like, wow. You know why? Because she's a lawyer, and she's been studying. She probably don't know about Superman because she ain't never had time. She was always having her head in the books, studying law. And law is long, hard, and grueling. So everyone says that's in law. So, and especially somebody that's made it, and she seemed like she's made it because she's in New York as a lawyer. That's hard to get in New York and be an attorney or a lawyer anywhere in New York. Like, that's hard, big agencies that's probably require a lot. And a lot of credentials. So I'm pretty sure she probably don't know about none of these cult classic heroes or whatever, because she ain't had time. But the way to edit is like, you don't know Superman, Clark Kent. She was like, Superman? Who's Superman? Henry Cavill will make you change your mind, okay? If Henry Cavill was in the house, you on Zach right now? You think Zach cute or whatever? I see you thinking Zach cute. But Henry Cavill walking in that house, and the fact that they talk about some Zach is Clark Kent, no. Like, not never. Zach is not Clark Kent. But the Clark Kent-esque, with the asterisk, yeah. I understand where y'all going with it or whatever, but he is not. Not none of that. Cool, But I guess everybody got their type, but, he is no Henry Cavill, he is no Dean. He's not even the old Clark Kent. Not even the 60s one, okay? Please. Y'all on nutsack too much for me, with Zach. And the fact that Ashley don't even know that Zach can't stand her and hit her guts and plotting against her. And also the show did not depict how soft and so subtle and not aggressive whatsoever that Vince and Zach did not have no effort and push towards trying to get Ashley on the block and changing Lauren's mind about not choosing Ashley. It did not depict the week that was had when they was trying to figure out who's Adrian or Ashley should be on the block. And then her whole Bond alliance was basically trying to say, put Ashley on the block, it's for my game. But they were so passive in doing that she was like, I need a definite answer. Please, like, help me out. She is talking about something. Rachel's trying to do what she said Vince is trying to do, unemployed 30-year-old. And Vince took a back seat at the reason why Ashley didn't get chosen either, because nobody was giving her a definitive answer amongst her allies about whether it should be Ashley or Adrian. And she just kept getting the word from, she just kept being informed by the ops of the house. Mickey, Morgan, Rachel, and Ashley kept persistently coming up there. And also, they didn't put that Ashley ran up there in the morning. She was the first one in the room with Lauren. As soon as the lights hit for BB house guests to wake up, she ran upstairs and talked to Lauren because she had to make the decision immediately, like minutes after, for who should be for the producers to see who was going to go on the block. And she had the last talk with her. They didn't show none of this information. I'm just letting y'all know as the casual, a lot was not said in this episode whatsoever. All you just see is like little snippets. We could have cut down the competition. We did not need to just say Keanu won, and he won tickets to see the bad guys, or not tickets, but won the bad guy stuff. Just say that, okay? Like, all this other jazz, it was a hot garbage and a waste of time, because we could have used that time to actually depict what really happened, that the op side won the battle between them and the bonds, alliance, or the ops alliance basically, which is Vinny, Lauren, Zach, Katherine, Keanu, with a side of Keanu that he don't know, and Rylie and them. Like, basically, they won the battle. The ops won the battle. Mickey and the girls won the battle. And Ashley was fighting for herself a lot. So the fact that they just only put the part of Mickey just having that last talk, that was like the last talk. Mickey was like the last one out of all of them before Ashley ended up going and fighting that last fight in the morning, what I was telling you about. So I'm just like, and then they didn't show Ashley as the first conversation with Lauren. Ashley went in there and talked to her herself first. After Rachel, then Ashley talked with her, and I don't understand why they didn't have that situation. Like, are they going to play that in the next episode? Because it really would piss a lot of people off that really watch the live feeds. Like, what the hell? What kind of narrative they trying to have? And Jimmy, if we see that outfit one more time, bro, we see that outfit, you with the freaking hands. What was the point of saying, of picking people right then and there when everybody know who was picked? It's people that look plain as hell with shorts on, look like they got their night clothes on and everything, and you had freaking Rachel dressed up like she Princess or Araya or whatever. I don't know, some kind of magical princess. And then you have Jimmy with the freaking trench coat and the freaking Vogue gloves on. Like, obviously, it's Rachel, Jimmy, and who else? And Ava looked plain as hell. I was like, oh, everybody dressed up like they're part of some kind of character book, and here go Ava, just like, in her little flower hat, a mess, and Keanu with no shoes on as well, with some regular shorts on like he going to bed after this movie. This episode was a mess, but it is what it is.